It is day one of the 31 Days of Halloween with the Bark Night podcast. Our theme today was John Carpenter, and I went with Prince of Darkness on 4K Blu-ray from Scream Factory. Made in 1987, this horror movie was written, directed, and scored by John Carpenter. Three things I always love to see. It's his return to horror after the box office bomb of Big Trouble in Little China, which has, of course, grown into a cult classic and is one of my favorites. But this also features Victor Wong and Dennis Dunn returning from that film, as well as Halloween's Donald Pleasance, and many others. It tells the story of Wong, who plays a professor here, and Pleasance, who plays a priest, who both bring a group of students, scientists, and researchers together to investigate an ancient canister that's been found in an abandoned church. The substance in the canister begins to slowly take over all of the people in and around the church, turning them into possessed killers bent on releasing the Prince of Darkness. A big part of this story actually began as a nightmare of Deborah Hill's, which is depicted within the film itself. This movie is also the second in the Apocalypse trilogy of John Carpenter's, which began with The Thing and finished with In the Mouth of Madness. It relies heavily on atmosphere and dread, both of which are exemplified by Carpenter's use of one of my favorite scores of his. This is one of my favorite John Carpenter films, and it's also pretty out there, so generally hasn't been that well received by a lot of people because it's just so different. Nonetheless, it has all of the staples of a John Carpenter classic. It has a group battling an unknown presence in a locked-off location, similar to Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13 and The Thing. It has a classic score that drives each and every scene along. It has 80s practical effects. It has 80s style slasher weapons like scissors and even somebody being impaled by a bicycle. And it has some all-time favorite Donald Pleasance monologues that any fan of Halloween will appreciate. Subscribe to follow along as I progress through each one of my days of the 31 Days of Halloween. Tomorrow being Terror in Space, and you can find the calendar I made to do this on your own on my Instagram and my Threads account at Bark Night Podcast. And please give this film a chance this Halloween season. It's one of my favorites, but don't take my word for it. Watch and decide for yourself.